Welcome to the recap of The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's massive 2026 epic, starring Matt Damon as the legendary Odysseus, Anne Hathaway as Penelope, and a star-studded cast including Tom Holland as This is Homer's timeless tale brought to life in IMAX, a mythic action-adventure of gods, monsters, betrayal, and one man's unbreakable will to get home. Spoilers ahead for the classic story and what we know from trailers. Synopsis. Part 1. The setup in Ithaca's crisis. The story starts years after the Trojan War ends. Odysseus, the clever king of Ithaca, helped to win the war with the famous Trojan horse trick. But his journey home, it's cursed. The god Poseidon is furious because Odysseus blinded his son, the one-eyed giant Cyclops, Polyphemus. So Poseidon throws storms and chaos to keep him lost at sea for 10 long years. Back in Ithaca, things are falling apart. Odysseus's wife Penelope waits faithfully, weaving and unweaving a shroud to delay Over 100 arrogant suitors have invaded their palace, eating his food, drinking his wine, and pressuring Penelope to choose a new husband, assuming Odysseus is dead. His young son Telemachus is helpless and angry. The gods, especially Athena, finally step in. They push Telemachus to search for news of his father and set Odysseus's return in motion. Part 2. Odysseus's perilous adventures. The flashbacks. Odysseus washes up on the island of the Phaeacians, where he tells his epic tale. Here's the heart of the journey. Sikunis and Lotositas. Early raids go wrong. Then as men eat lotus flowers that make them forget home. Odysseus drags them back to the ship. The Cyclops, Polyphemus. They enter a cave, get trapped by the giant, who eats his men. Odysseus gets him drunk, blinds his single eye with a hot steak, and escapes by clinging under sheep. He taunts the Cyclops, revealing his name, which lets Poseidon curse him forever. Eyeless and the bag of winds. The wind god gives a bag of all winds to speed them home. But the crew opens it out of greed, blowing them back. Laestrygonians cannibals. Giants destroy most ships. Only Odysseus remains. Circe, the witch goddess. She turns men into pigs. Odysseus resists with help from Hermes, stays with her for a year. Then she guides him to the underworld. The underworld. He talks to dead heroes, his mother and prophet, Tiresias, who warns of dangers ahead, including not eating Helios's sacred cattle. Sirens, beautiful singers who lure sailors to death. Odysseus ties himself to the mast to hear their song safely. Crew plugs ears with wax. Skyen, Charybdis. Choose between a 6-headed monster Scylla eating 6 men or a whirlpool Charybdis swallowing the ship. It picks Scylla, loses men but ship survives. Helios's island. Starving crew kills sacred cattle despite warnings. Zeus strikes the ship with lightning. Everyone dies except Odysseus. Calypso's island. The nymph Calypso keeps him prisoner for 7 years, offering immortality. But Zeus orders her to let him go. He builds a raft, survives another storm, and reaches the Phaeacians. Part 3. The return and revenge finally home, but disguised as a beggar thanks to Athena. Odysseus tests loyalties. He reunites secretly with Telemachus and loyal swineherd Penelope sets a contest. String Odysseus's old bow and shoot an arrow through 12 axe heads. Suitors fail. Disguised Odysseus succeeds, reveals himself, and with Telemachus and loyal allies, slaughters all the suitors in a bloody hall battle. Peace is restored. Odysseus reunites with Penelope. She tests him with their secret bed made from a living olive tree. The family is whole again. Gods calm the chaos. Athena stops further revenge. Outro dramatic. Close the Odyssey. Isn't just adventure. It's about home. Cleverness over brute force. Loyalty and the cost of pride. Nolan's version promises epic IMAX visuals, practical effects, mythic scale, and that signature mind-bending style. Matt Damon as the cunning Odysseus. Can't wait.